Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Master98 back again with another Star Wars video. In today's Star Wars video we're going to be taking a look now at another Star Wars book, and in today's review we're going to be taking a look at this. It is the new edition of the Star Wars Character Encyclopedia. Now, a review that I did about 3-4 years ago on the first edition of this version, I reviewed the first edition with characters from episode 1 to 6, and this one here that I've got in front of you, it's updated up until The Last Jedi, so probably down the lines later on or whenever they do it they'll release one for The Rise of Skywalker. But for some reason in that old review I decided to call it the Encyclopedia for some reason when it's pronounced as Encyclopedia, so that did make me chuckle strolling back and having a look at that review and some older reviews as well. But nevertheless, we're going to be taking a look at this, the Star Wars Character Encyclopedia. So at the front you've got characters from the Star Wars universe. You've got Kylo Ren, Yoda, R2, Rey, BB-8, Chewie, Maz, Leia, Luke, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader and an elite Praetorian Guard. If you just turn the book over, you've got the first order Stormtroopers in action. You've got an updated and expanded version of that with the TIE Fighter pilot, Saw Gerrera and Kira. In the middle you've got the contents with all the characters' names, and then turn over and you've got the characters there as well. So I'll just briefly show you all the characters there so you can get an in-depth look on what this book is about. So Forlorn from The Empire Strikes Back. You've got Ace Sakura and Andy Gallia from the Clone Wars TV show and Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Admiral Akbar. Got Admiral Piet and Admiral Radis as well. Got Adrian Kolar from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Got the Chosen One himself, Anakin Skywalker. You got Aura Singh. You got Bail Organa there. Barriss Offee. Got BB-8 from the sequel trilogy. Boba Fett. Got Bosk. C-3PO. Captain Phasma from the sequel trilogy. Got Captain Cassian Andor from Rogue One. We've Got Chewbacca. Moving up next, you've got the Clone Troopers. So you've got the Clone Pilot and the Clone Trooper. And you've got the Clone Trooper in Phase 2 armour there. You've got this Jedi there, Coleman Trabo. He tried to attack Count Dooku but was killed by Jango Fett on the Battle of Geonosis. You've got Commander Bly and Commander Cody from Revenge of the Sith. Commander Grey and Commander Neo. Count Dooku and Darth Vader. You got the Death Star Gunner and the Death Trooper from Rogue One there. Death Troopers are very cool. You've got Kanan Jarrus' mask there, and Obi-Wan's mate Dexter. You've got Droid and Voss there from Solo. Infus Nest, another character from Solo's Star Wars story. You got Finn from the sequel trilogy, and also the First Order Executioner. You got the First Order Flame Trooper and the First Order Snow Trooper. And then you got the First Order Stormtrooper and the First Order TIE Pilot. You got Galen Erso and the Gamorrean Guard. Got General Grievous from the Clone Wars. Very cool villain, Grievous, especially with those metallic arms. General Hux. General Veers from Empire Strikes Back. And the Geonosis Soldier from Attack of the Clones. Grand Moff Tarkin. Greedo from A New Hope. Han Solo. My favourite character from the original trilogy. IG-88 from Empire. We do see another version of this guy in The Mandalorian, IG-11. The Imperial Red Guard and Jabba the Hutt. Jango Fett from Attack of the Clones. One of my favourite bounty hunters from the prequel era, along with Cad Bane from the Clone Wars TV show. Jyn Erso from Rogue One. K2SO from Rogue One. Mundi and Kit Fisto. Kylo Ren. One of my favourite characters from the sequel trilogy. Also known as Ben Solo. L337 and Lady Proxima from Solo. I'm not going to lie, L337 has got to be not one of my favourite characters from the Star Wars era. It's quite an annoying droid in Solo. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. Quite an annoying droid, that one. But not my favourite character. Got Lama Su, one of the Kaminoans responsible for the clone army. Got Smooth Charm himself, Lando Calrissian. And on the right there you've got Lieutenant Connix, played by Carrie Fisher's daughter. Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, and Luminara Unduli. Good old Mark Hamill. Mace Windu and the Magna Guard, General Grievous' personal bodyguards, and Mace Windu, played by Samuel Jackson, one of the coolest and baddest Jedis in the galaxy. Good old Mace Windu. You got Darth Maul there from Solo: A Star Wars Story, with his metal legs. He also appears in Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. Obi-Wan Kenobi there, portrayed by Alec Guinness, and also you can see a couple of images of Ewan McGregor as well. One of my favourite characters from the prequel trilogy. You've got Orson Krennic from Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, very cool villain from Rogue One. Did like Orson Krennic's portrayal in Rogue One. He's also played by Ben Mendelsohn. You've got Padme Amidala there, Anakin Skywalker's wife and the father of Luke and Leia. You've got Emperor Palpatine there, played by Ian McDiarmid. Fantastic portrayal of Palpatine. A very cool and manipulating villain there. You've got the Patrol Trooper there from Solo. You've got Pow from Rogue One. You've got Master Plo Koon and Poe Dameron. Poe, a very cool pilot in the sequel trilogy. Plo Koon, a very skilled Jedi starfighter pilot in the prequel trilogy. Very, very cool character that we do get to explore in the Clone Wars era. We've got Poggle the Lessers there, one of the Geonosian syndicates or leaders. Obviously responsible for looking after the Death Star plans and obviously doing his bit for Count Dooku and everything. You've got Princess Leia Organa there, played by the late great Carrie Fisher. And you've also got Supreme Leader Snoke's Praetorian Guards, which were quite cool in The Last Jedi. I did like them in them in their action mode. You've got Kira, played by Emilia Clarke from Solo: A Star Wars Story. She's alongside Dryden Voster, played by Paul Bettany. Got Qui-Gon Jinn there, played by Liam Neeson. Qui-Gon Jinn is quite an interesting character to explore on. Obviously, he was one of the few Jedi in the Council before the start of the Clone Wars to obviously be a proper Jedi without the politics and the manipulations of the government and obviously the Republic taking over. It's quite a cool Jedi. You've got R2-D2 and R5-D4. Very cool little astromech droid that we know, R2-D2 and R5 from A New Hope. Got the Range Trooper from Solo. You've got Rey there, played by Daisy Ridley. Very interesting character in the sequel trilogy. I did like Daisy Ridley's portrayal of Rey. And you've got Rio, who was in Solo: A Star Wars Story, voiced by Jon Favreau, one of the producers and writers for the Mandalorian TV show. He voiced Rio, and obviously if you're familiar with his work as well, The Clone Wars, he voiced Pre Vizsla. So you've got lots and lots of characters exploring throughout the Star Wars universe. Got the Sand Trooper there from A New Hope. Got Saul Guerrero, played by Forrest Whitaker from Rogue One. Got Scout Trooper and Subalba, Anakin's rival in the pod race scene in The Phantom Menace. Got Shakti and Shmi Skywalker, the mother of Anakin Skywalker. Got the Shock Trooper and the Shore Trooper. Very unique design, very cool colour in there, got to give you due. From Rogue One, these beach stormtroopers. You got Snap Wexley from the sequel trilogy. Got the Snow Trooper from The Empire Strikes Back, and Stas Ali from the Clone Wars era. Got the Stormtrooper and the Super Battle Droid. Got Supreme Leader Snoke from the sequel trilogy. Get me words out, sequel trilogy. It's quite funny how they killed Snoke off in the Last Jedi, all the Snoke theories, and obviously they just killed him like that. It's quite funny. Got the Tank Trooper from Rogue One. Got Tarful from Revenge of the Sith. TIE Fighter Pilot. Tobias Beckett from Solo, played by Woody Harrelson. Got Wat Tambor from the Trade Federation. We've got Watto, the Toydarian responsible for enslaving Anakin Skywalker and his mother Shmi Skywalker. And you've got Wicket, played by Warwick Davis in Return of the Jedi. And we see him towards the end of the Rise of Skywalker. Got the X-Wing pilots there. Got Master Yoda, voiced by Frank Oz. Very cool little dude Yoda that we all love. We've got Zuckuss, one of the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back, and Zam Wesell, the changeling from Attack of the Clones. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's the index there. That's pretty much it for these Star Wars characters. Another First Order picture there as well. And some more characters on the back. Padme, Boba Fett, 3PO, Finn, Poe, Lando, Kira, Phasma, Greedo and Maul. But yeah, this one's quite cool. It obviously just tells you more than 200 characters in the Star Wars universe as well. It's a guide to the heroes and villains and aliens and droids from the Star Wars galaxy. Features detailed character profile, little known facts and amazing movie images as well. So like I said at the start review, we'll probably might get an updated version from the Rise of Skywalker. But apart from that, if you want to pick up this review, pick up this book I should say, head on to Amazon to see if you can purchase it. And if you are interested in your Star Wars characters and your Star Wars knowledge like myself, then this is the book to have alongside other Star Wars books. So thank you very much for watching Star Wars Review. I'll be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and please, please, please look after yourself, take care, and may the Force be with you.